Hi, this is DOSBox Mom. Welcome back to Let's Play Curse of the Azure Bonds. We're in the dungeon of the Tower of Oxam, and we've just defeated some Otyugs that were in this room. So now we're going to turn and head down this passageway in the dungeon. Nothing really important behind these doors on our right. There are random patrols. Looks like this one's Minotaurs. Let's see how many of them there are. Just 2. I'm going to pause the recording and we'll pick up right after this battle. And we're back. We ended up getting interrupted several times while we were resting after that battle against the 2 Minotaurs and far larger groups of Griffins and Zental fighters and who knows what all else. After a couple of them, after we finished the battle, apparently there'd be some piece of random loot as well. But we're all done with that, and we're got all our spells we memorized. Even got the magic users minor globes and vulnerability we memorized, which is something that we are going to need coming up. So let's continue on down the hall. Now through that door to our left is a Medusa, which we don't need to go see. And continuing on down the passageway. Let's see. And through that door to our right is a gas spore. Looks like a beholder, but if you attack it, it explodes and does damage. So we don't need to deal with that either. So we'll continue east through here. South, it's just an empty room. And now we're going to continue east some more. And way down at the end of the hallway will be another door that leads to the caverns. A man cowers in the shadows. He gasps, "The beholder core is..." A large round shape disappears into the darkness. Yeah, so this is the level where the beholder core is. Not in this general area, though. In the caverns, there's a more finished off part farther on. So we're going to work our way around. It doesn't really matter much, but we're going to go around the edge of the caverns. Make it a little easier to navigate. You are attacked by fighters and mages. It's another random encounter. So we're going to pause and come back to this in just a minute. See you then. And we're back. Now directly to our west is the entrance to the Evil Convention Center. And on the other side of that door is the beholder. So I think we're going to encamp again and cast just a couple of protective spells. At least bless in prayer. Let's see. Maybe shield and mirror image. Maybe invisibility 10-foot radius. That might slow down the beholder from targeting us immediately. I'm going to see if I can do this without haste. We don't want to overuse haste because it'll age the characters. Although I don't recall the gold box games ever enforcing aging penalties from the AD&D rules. A beholder floats in front of you. You are not the creatures invited to this conference. However, the core is merciful. Go now if you value your lives. What do? Attack. I think it's just the one, but still, as we found out with Dexam, beholders are bloody dangerous. Although at least this one is by himself, so maybe... You've got a chance of doing some serious damage to him before he gets off his gaze attacks. If we have to, we'll redo this battle with a haste spell in place. Okay, she's not going to be able to get into melee range. At least not this round, so... we'll have her try missile attacks from a distance. And she doesn't have any missile weapons at all, so we'll just try to get her... and she can't get into melee, so we're just going to try to retreat her out of the beholder's line of sight. Oh crap, that didn't work. Okay, hang on, we'll come back to this in just a minute. And we're back. Basically had to reboot the game, reload, and this time cast haste. Oh, by the way, I did manage to find another version of the code wheel on replacement docs and got that printed out, so at least I don't have to go online to look up the copy protection now. Let's go through that door again. And same message from the beholder, and we'll attack. Let's see if we can do better this time. I do need to remember that as long as you don't break contact, you can move around an enemy that you're in melee range with. We're going to try to spread out everybody around the beholder and just wail on them And hopefully take him out before he can use his gaze attack. Yeah. Now we're exactly opposite from where the cleric just attacked him, so maybe if we're lucky this will count as a backstab. Nope. Apparently not. Oh, thank goodness. Now, of course, that was just one beholder. And we've got the entire Mulemaster Beholder Core to worry about coming up. Okay, no treasure. And let's encamp. And see if we can rememorize spells without getting attacked again. Okay. There we go. That should be all the spells. And we'll try to rest. Good. Got that taken care of. And now we continue on down the hall. There's Drow Lords in the room to our right, and Rakshasa disguises guards in the room to our left. We don't have to go into either room, so let's continue on ahead. Okay, and there's 3 beholders in that room to our right. Once again, there's no real need to go into there. Now, through that room to our east is the Mulemaster Beholder Core. Through the door to our south is the way out to the overland map. We're going to encamp here and cast everything that could be of the least possible use. And yes, we will use the Dust of Disappearance, although we want to save that for last because it's kind of hard to cast spells on anybody else once you've used that. And I wish we could cast Blink before going into combat. We might do that as one of the first things we do after we're in the room. Definitely haste. We won't worry about invisibility 10-foot radius for now, because the Dust of Disappearance works even better as like a mass invisibility spell. Okay, we'll finish casting our protective spells and take on the Mulemaster Beholder Core in the next episode. See you then.